I guess.
Okay. And what did you recently do for Martin Luther King Jr. Day?
Well, we met up with them, and we got to trace their hands, basically.
Okay.
And yeah, we were trying to talk to them about what they had learned already that day about Martin Luther King.
So you're sort of like their teachers for a little while. All right. Tell me about positive behavior supports. This is something that you're working on at your school, right?
PBS.
What is PBS all about?
Basically, you try to show the Hoover Star in, the main areas are the lunchroom, recess, and then in the hallways. And when teachers see you doing those good things that represent the Hoover Star, then you'll get a red ticket, and you write your name on it, and there's a classroom bucket, and the classroom bucket, then there's a school bucket that the classroom gets dumped into. And then every week on Friday, somebody gets their name drawn, and then you can win a prize. Basically, getting to I don't really know what the prizes are that much that you could eat with. Well, you could eat lunch with the principal.
Okay. Grace, I know you were going to say something about PBS. Do you have anything to add, or maybe you could give us some examples of what a student might do in order to get a ticket, or to
to be quiet in the halls, and to walk, stay on the right hand side, and then in the lunchroom maybe be quiet, and out at recess don't do anything to wreck anybody else's forts, because a lot of kids, since it's snowing, build forts in the snow.
Okay. So the tickets are encouraging you to behave the very best that you can, be the best person, follow the Hoover Star, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I heard that you actually have a song that talks about some of the character traits that you want to have as students at Hoover. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and I also have heard that you're pretty good singers. So would you like to share with me maybe your song for your school?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We'd love to hear that.
Hoover
is the school for me. We are one big family with a star to guide our way. Hoover Hawks are here to stay with responsibility, caring, courage, honesty, and respect, and all will see. The great citizens will be. Hooray for Hoover is the school for me. We are one big family with the star to guide our ways. Hoover Hawks are here to stay with responsibility, caring, courage, honesty, and respect, and all will see. The great citizens will be. Hooray for Hoover.
And then it could just keep going on and on, it sounds like.
Yeah,
So
it does.
when do you sing this song? Do you have...
Sometimes, if we have big school assemblies, then everybody will get up and just sing it.
Okay, so this is something that students, everybody knows at Hoover,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why do you think you have such a song like this? What's the purpose of having a song, do you think, that talks about these things?
Well, we made it up when our old principal was leaving the building
okay.
to say goodbye, and I hope you have fun
At
all
your
that.
next stop.
Yeah.
Well, good. And when the students learn this from a pretty young age at your school, do you think that it helps them to remember the different points of the Hoover Star and the characteristics that you want them to show?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Well, I hear also that your new principal actually has some fun things that she might allow you to do that involves jars and some kind of crazy things. Would you like to share with us a little bit about that?
Yeah, for Pennies for Patients, which is
Okay, so we're going back to
fundraiser.
Pennies for Patients.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there are going to be jars with different things that and they're labeled differently. There's going to be one that says she has to wear her pajamas to school, or Teacher Sundae, which is basically making an ice cream sundae on top of Mrs. Kehoe.
So how would that work? I mean, would you actually take sundae ingredients and put it on top of your principal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Or there's another one which is Dress Your Principal, which would basically just be like students could get stuff like from like a dollar store somewhere and just try to make her wear a crazy outfit for one day. And so basically the jar that gets the most money put into it is the one that she's going to do.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Which one do you think you would vote for? Anybody have any preferences at this point?
I think ice cream sundae.
Ice cream sundae?
Ice cream sundae. I really want to see her dressed up really wacky, so.
You want to see her dressed up wacky? What were you going to say?
Maybe the pajamas. I think that'd be cool.
Well, sounds like they'd all be cool, huh?
I guess so.
Yes. All right. So how do you become an officer in the student council at your school? How do you run for student council in the first place? And then how do you become an officer also? Grace, do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
There's 2 student council members per classroom, and you can write a speech and then give it to the class. If the class thinks that they like your speech, then they can vote you as their student council representative. And then if you want to become a student council officer, you can make another speech to see if the student council members will vote for you as one of them.
Okay. So does anyone remember what they talked about in the speeches that they gave to run for student council?
Well, since I was going to be the secretary, then I knew I had to be like very organized. So I talked about how I would stay organized by like having a folder and stuff to keep everything in, like that.
So your secretary skills, you probably get to practice every day at school, organizing your things.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any memories of what they talked about?
Oh yeah. Since I was the treasurer, I thought I should be good at counting money and everything, and be good with money since I'm the treasurer. Obviously, at the school stores, we need to count money and make sure everybody gets their change back. If they give like a $5 bill and only have like $1 worth of stuff, so.
Very good. So what sorts of advice would you give to someone who wanted to become a part of the student council? Maybe they're a little bit nervous, they've never done it before, or they don't know what to expect. How would you encourage them to participate in student council?
Work hard and don't give up. That's one of the main key points.
Work hard and don't give up. Is this something that you've enjoyed, that you really would encourage other people to do?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. You get to.
What's the best part about being a student council leader?
Well, sometimes after the bake sales, if there's leftover stuff, you get to take it home.
So you get lots of sweet treats?
Yeah.
Yep.
What were you girls going to say? Do you have something to add? Favorite part about being on student council, or a favorite activity maybe that you've done?
It's kind of fun to go up in front of the student council and like talk to everyone.
So you really get to be a representative for your peers. And do you think that, you really need to gain the respect of your peers in order to be on the student council?
Yeah.
Definitely.
What sort of person would you want to elect to your student council, or to really any position of leadership in your school or in your community? What kind of characteristics would you look for in a leader?
Somebody who's like very responsible, basically, that represents like all the 5-star points, basically.
Let's talk a little bit more about your classes at Hoover. Does anyone have a favorite class or a favorite subject in school, and what makes that subject lots of fun for you?
I really don't have a favorite subject. I mean, I like math, art, social studies, science. They're all really fun.
You like them all?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I know that you really like your teachers, and that's probably part of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you like all the subjects because you have really good teachers teaching them. So what makes the teachers at Hoover so spectacular?
Well, they help encourage all kids to do anything they want, that are reasonable. And so it's really nice to have teachers that will help.
Do you think that your teachers really believe in you and your abilities?
Yeah.
And how do they show that to you? How do your teachers show you that they really believe that you can do well in school and reach your goals?
Well, they definitely encourage